How often do you find yourself delaying tasks until the last possible minute? This is a question that resonates with many of us. Procrastination, that sly thief of time, is a common foe we all grapple with. It's a universal experience that can sometimes hinder our productivity and lead to unnecessary stress. But what if I told you that even the most remarkable minds in history, like the renowned polymath Leonardo da Vinci, battled with procrastination in their own unique ways? Yes, indeed. Leonardo, a figure admired for his boundless creativity and intellectual curiosity, was not immune to the snares of procrastination. Yet, he managed to transform this seemingly negative trait into a powerful tool for innovation and discovery. Intriguing, isn't it? Now let's delve into the life of one of the greatest minds in history, Leonardo da Vinci, and see how he managed to be productive in spite of his procrastination habits. Leonardo da Vinci, a name synonymous with genius, was not immune to the siren call of procrastination. This is a man often hailed as the quintessential Renaissance polymath. He dabbled in a multitude of fields, leaving indelible marks in each of them with his innovative and creative prowess. Born in the heart of Tuscany in the 15th century, Leonardo grew up in a world where the lines between art and science were blurred. This inspired him to explore various domains, from painting and sculpting to anatomy and engineering. His insatiable curiosity pushed him to question the world around him, leading him down the path of scientific investigation and artistic creation. His masterpieces, such as the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper, have become cultural icons, admired for their intricate detail and emotional depth. Yet, it was not just his artistic brilliance that set Leonardo apart. He was a pioneer in fields like anatomy, making detailed sketches of the human body that were far ahead of his time. His engineering designs, including concepts for flying machines and armored vehicles, were revolutionary, displaying a level of ingenuity that still astounds us today. But Leonardo was not just a man of action. He was also a man of delay. He was known to put off work, sometimes for years, only to return to it with renewed vigor and fresh perspectives. He would often juggle multiple projects at once, flitting between them as his interest dictated. This might sound like a recipe for disaster, but for Leonardo it was a method of maintaining his creativity and enthusiasm. He had a unique way of overcoming procrastination. When he found himself stuck on a project, he would set it aside and focus on something else. This change of scenery, so to speak, allowed his subconscious to mull over the problem, often leading to unexpected solutions and bursts of creativity. Leonardo, despite his tendency to delay, managed to produce works of extraordinary quality. How? Let's uncover the secrets of his productivity habits. Leonardo da Vinci's approach to productivity was as unique as his art. He had a distinctive method that seemed to flow as freely as the paint from his brush. His productivity habits were unorthodox, but they served him well and helped him become one of the most influential figures in history. Leonardo was a master of capturing fleeting thoughts. He carried a notebook with him wherever he went, jotting down ideas, observations, and questions as they came to him. This practice kept his mind active, engaged, and ready to explore new concepts at any given moment. He didn't wait for inspiration to strike, he pursued it relentlessly, turning every stone of curiosity along his path. Moreover, Leonardo was not one to focus solely on a single project. He had a multitude of interests, and he indulged them all. His journals are filled with sketches of flying machines, anatomical studies, architectural plans, and of course, his famous art. By working on multiple projects simultaneously, he kept his creativity flowing and his mind sharp. He did not allow himself to stagnate on one idea or become consumed by a single task. Instead, he embraced the diversity of his interests and leveraged them to fuel his creativity. But perhaps the most surprising aspect of Leonardo's productivity habits was his belief in the power of rest and relaxation. He understood that the mind, like the body, needs time to rejuvenate. He was known to take naps and short breaks throughout his workday. He believed that these periods of rest were not wasted time, but rather they were essential for maintaining his creative energy and focus. These habits, while unconventional, helped Leonardo overcome procrastination. He didn't view his habit of shifting focus or taking breaks as procrastination, but rather as a necessary part of his creative process. He turned what many would consider a weakness into a strength, channeling it into a tool for creativity. Leonardo's approach to productivity was unconventional, yet effective. He turned his procrastination into a tool for creativity. So, how can we apply Leonardo da Vinci's lessons to our modern life? Let's delve into this fascinating exploration. Firstly, remember that Da Vinci was always jotting down his ideas as they came to him. He understood the fleeting nature of ideas and took steps to capture them before they disappeared into the ether. In our digital age, we may not carry around notebooks, but we have a plethora of tools at our disposal. Smartphones, tablets, laptops, all equipped with note-taking apps, are our modern-day sketchbooks. So, when an idea strikes, don't wait for a better time to write it down. Do it immediately. Secondly, Da Vinci was known to work on multiple tasks simultaneously. This might sound counterintuitive, but it's a well-known fact that switching tasks can stimulate creativity and prevent burnout. Today we call this concept task switching or context switching. It's not about multitasking, but rather about shifting your focus from one task to another. This keeps your mind active and engaged, and can be a useful tool for overcoming procrastination. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, Da Vinci understood the importance of taking breaks. He often walked away from a project, only to return to it with fresh eyes and renewed energy. Nowadays, we have the science to back this up. Studies show that regular breaks can boost productivity and creativity, so don't feel guilty about stepping away from your desk. A quick walk, a moment of meditation, or even a short nap can do wonders for your productivity. In the end, Leonardo teaches us that procrastination isn't necessarily a barrier to productivity. It can be a tool if we learn to use it wisely, just as he did. So next time you find yourself procrastinating, don't berate yourself. Instead, remember Leonardo and consider how you might be able to use this time to your advantage. After all, it's not about being busy, it's about being productive. And as Leonardo da Vinci showed us, sometimes the most productive thing you can do is to take a step back and let your mind wander.